Ever wondered how crucial a death certificate can be after an unexpected demise? Picture this. An individual has just lost a family member in an unforeseen accident. The shock and grief are overwhelming, and to compound matters, they're suddenly thrust into a whirlwind of legal and administrative responsibilities. Amidst chaos, one document emerges as surprisingly significant: the death certificate. Welcome to our channel dedicated to wrongful death accidents. We have helped win millions of dollars in the personal injury field since 2013. See our link in the description. Now, it's important to clarify that a death certificate isn't always a must-have for building a strong case. It's not the be-all and end-all, but it can be a helpful piece of the puzzle. It can shed light on important information for the individual, and potentially any legal counsel they might seek. Plus, it's often something insurance companies like to see. In the midst of such a tragedy, the importance of a death certificate might not be immediately apparent to one, but it can play a significant role. Call us for a completely free case evaluation, 24/7 day or night, 7 days a week at 1-800-450-50. Again, that is 1-800-450-50, or see our information in the description for your free case evaluation. So, you might be wondering, how can one obtain a copy of a death certificate? This process varies from place to place, but we'll give you a general idea of how it works. Firstly, you'll need to contact the Vital Records office in the state where the death occurred. This could be the Department of Health, Department of Vital Records, or a similar agency depending on where you live. You can usually find this information online. Once you've identified the correct office, you'll need to provide them with certain details. This typically includes the full name of the deceased, as well as the date and place of death. In some cases, you may also need to provide your relationship to the deceased and the reason for your request. Finally, there might be a fee for a certified copy of the death certificate. Additionally, it's important to know, obtaining a death certificate might seem daunting, especially during a time of grief, but with the right information and a little patience, it can be a straightforward process that brings you one step closer to closure and resolution. Let's delve deeper into the purpose of death certificates. Are you curious about the reason behind their existence? The answer may catch you off guard, as they serve more purposes than one might assume. Death certificates generally serve 3 major purposes. First and foremost, they act as the formal documentation of a person's death. Although it seems obvious, it's an essential cog in the administrative machine. It stands as a legal validation of someone's demise and solidifies the fact of death. It's akin to the official period at the end of a person's life narrative. The second purpose they serve is for statistical records. Worldwide governments rely heavily on death certificates to keep statistic information on mortality rates and the causes behind them. This information plays a pivotal role in informing public health initiatives and devising policies. Last but not least, they also assist in countering identity theft and fraud. An official record of a person's death makes it significantly harder for dishonest individuals to steal that person's identity. Therefore, a death certificate, while undoubtedly powerful in the wake of a heart-wrenching loss, serves more than just legal and insurance functions. It plays an integral role in contributing to a larger societal structure. Unfortunately, death certificates are not always fully accurate and must be examined carefully. Additionally, the variance between a death certificate and a police report might have crossed your mind. Even though they appear somewhat analogous, they hold divergent roles and encapsulate distinct categories of data. A police report, as documented by the authoritative law personnel, is an exhaustive log of an incident. It routinely incorporates elements such as the exact timeline, the location, and the nature of the incident, fortified by statements from eyewitnesses and information on any subsequent charges. In any legal proceedings emerging a tragic event, this document holds great importance. Conversely, a death certificate is an authenticated account of someone's demise. It chronicles specifics like the cause, timing, and location of death. Its applications are multifarious, ranging from the resolution of the deceased's matters to contributing critical data for public health records. Thus, while a police report offers an in-depth narrative of an incident, a death certificate officially validates and chronicles the instance of death. Each record possesses its unique importance, but each serves a disparate purpose and furnishes a different class of data. Grasping this disparity can aid you to steer through the intricacies that accompany a tragic occurrence. In Scene 6, you might find yourself pondering, what separates a death certificate from an autopsy report? These two documents, while both significant in the context of a person's passing, cater to different needs and present information. An autopsy report represents a thorough analysis of a body post-death to establish the cause and manner of death. This intricate report could encapsulate physical examination results, laboratory tests, and pathologists' deductions. Essentially, it's a scientific manuscript providing a meticulous breakdown of the reasons and methods of the death occurrence. Alternatively, a death certificate serves as an official death record. While it often encapsulates details extracted from an autopsy report like the cause, timing, and location of death, its main role is to formally document the death. Even though both documents offer crucial insights about a death, their methodologies and purposes differ. Grasping the difference between these two can guide you through the legal and administrative procedures brewing after a sorrowful incident. Moving on to Scene 7, why is a death certificate so significant in situations like these? You might wonder. Well, it's not merely a piece of paper, but a tool that can provide crucial information for both the individual and a potential lawyer. It can reveal the circumstances surrounding the death, which can be instrumental in building a robust case. Furthermore, insurance companies often request a copy of the death certificate. It acts as tangible evidence of the sad event and assists them in processing claims swiftly. Yet, it's notable that acquiring a death certificate may take a while. It's not always a quick process, but that shouldn't discourage one from being persistent. Remember, a death certificate, while useful, isn't a necessity for building a substantial case. Every situation is distinctive and must be handled with care. When dealing with the aftermath of such a loss, one understands that this document is not just a piece of paper, but can be a key to unlocking the next phases of their journey. In such pressing conditions, what can one do to accelerate the process? There are multiple successful tactics readily available. Step 1. Consider hiring an attorney. Most lawyers specializing in wrongful death cases offer cost-effective solutions as they operate on a contingency basis. Essentially, they only get paid if you win the case. These professionals assist in navigating these complex situations and might speed up the process of obtaining a death certificate. Step 2. It's vital to understand how to interpret a death certificate. This paperwork contains essential details that can play a pivotal role in a wrongful death lawsuit. It's vital to remember that pursuing compensation in these instances isn't just about financial reparation, it's an act of justice and a step towards preventing similar tragedies from happening again. Remember that there are strict deadlines for filing a wrongful death claim, so do not delay hiring a lawyer. Time is of the essence. Call us 24/7 for a free case evaluation with a lawyer 24/7 by calling toll-free 1-800-450-50, that is 1-800-450-50, or just click the link in the description and request to speak with the law firm. Acquiring knowledge is a step in the right direction, a step towards closure. Armed with legal counsel, comprehension, and resolve, a clear path towards resolution starts to appear. Continue watching our other videos to learn a lot more about wrongful death and grief.